and we're going. I decided to change route. Let me see. Okay, I decided to change route because here is all through here is lots of cars, and so it'll be noisy. But yeah. Now I want you to imagine, and I want you to go back and look at SJX AGSS in the Prisoner of Hell series that I shot. And I want you to imagine, because we're going to do it. We're going to do it very soon with the support of you guys. We're going to go back and revisit the locations, and we're going to hunt for SJX AGSS. Find out what she's doing. And other of our classics, SJX AGs. Now, why do you promote this SJX AG opener? To remind people there is a man, he's now on camera, he's here to represent the brand on a daily basis. Represent by keeping you magnetized on stories and other stories that I'll be talking about. So, let's just go this way. Let's continue our journey until we get out of this complex area. But at least it's quiet in this complex area, you know what I mean? It's quiet here. So, yes, we're gonna revisit, let's highlight this, the return to the SJX AG locations in Prague and around the world. I'm gonna visit the tank base and find out what's going on there. And also, I have some locations I can't speak of right now. They're kind of top secret, but only for my, not because it's not bad to go there. It's okay, but just some data I want to keep. I'll be telling you soon. Don't worry. I'll be telling you soon. It'll be fun. We're gonna have fun. So, revisiting the original Actiongirls locations very soon. Along the way, visiting different places to eat, meeting new Actiongirls, and as well just discussing Scotty JX and his vlog and his travels and his new vlogging world. We're all interconnected. We've been testing out all of this great equipment. We've been testing out our cameras, our lights, our batteries, our stamina, our age. Pushing everything to the maximum. Trying to get the best results for our fans, the audience, our viewers. So smash a like, and hit the subscribe, and let's enjoy the future while we create it daily. Every day. And there is much philosophical, poetic I'm going to be giving you. My lyrical predictions, which are always on spark and always on point and always true. Very close. So, here we are. And we are gonna make a turn to the left. Coming up now on this place, this area. We have to cross one busy street right now, and then after that, it's kind of quiet. I'm doing my walk daily. Builds my stamina, gets me prepared, gets my arm prepared for holding a stick and a camera. I don't have the Sony right now, so it's on the iPhone, but that's okay. So any questions you got, post them in the comments, and we'll discuss the travels and and watch the upgrade of my wardrobe daily for new adventures, because it's a swag. People say you're swagging. I say, well, yeah, it has an AG on it, don't it? So we're gonna go with that. Yeah, I am AG Nation. I'm walking. You know, I kind of like it with this up personally, because I like how it looks, but it doesn't stay that way. Especially if you're walking, probably. Let's see. It's gonna get a little bit more noisy up here, and the Sony is in my pocket on a external battery charge right now, because most guys don't talk about the equipment, what's going on with the equipment, because they don't want to destroy the illusion that they want you to forget there's a technical problem. Focus on the story, which is understandable. I agree with that. And but as me being the first week to the vlog, I have to discuss it a little bit, because it's the things. Plus, it creates something I'm always thinking about. It's just part of who I am. Every day when I'm shooting, actually I've shooted for 20 years, since 2001. And then even directing before that, 1999. I was just starting off, young kid. But more so when I started shooting myself and directing, being a producer, investing my own money, hustling the traffic, getting my, what I mean by is traffic, online visits to produce sales. All that stuff, marketing, the term, promoting. Anyway, when I would do these shoots, I would carry sometimes 17 bags of clothes, and I'm talking large bags, not small bags, large bags of clothes, big suitcases, the ones you bring on an when you go travel on an airline, gigantic suitcase, big one, 30-pounders. 17 bags each trip. I have to remember, I have to pay for all the extra luggage back then, because I would bring it with me. And then I have 2 assistants that work with me daily. We unload. I lived in Prague for 9 years, 8 or 9 years. And when I was renting there, my apartment, I had 2 apartments. One, well, started off one, but when I got fixed in there, it was like 2003. Before I moved to, tried a few places out, and then I think it was either 202, I think, where I locked into a lease annually, which I kept for a while. I think about 8 years or something. Anyway, I had to have there's a lot of dirt here. This is why I wanted to switch shoes. I don't want to lose the camera right now trying to show you, because it's a little bit testing the stick out. But what I was going to say is and this happened in America too, because I always have all the clothes, because I want to make up different things. I would want to experiment on the set and create characters as I go. I had an idea, because a lot of times I'd book the models or the actress and say, based on her look, I would see some of her ability in the poses, and if she'd done video, I would see what she could do, and so then I could imagine what I can do. But stamina is always an issue. Stamina is something that you don't know until you're with the person, because even if you have a lot of experience, say for example shooting these type of videos, which do create a lot of stamina, but I'm walking. I mean, a lot of people are going live in their rooms. Maybe they don't stay live for very long. Video very long. Could be short videos every day, try on hauls, whatever. But you know, whatever we're doing, you don't really know until you work together. but you can kind of guess based on what you see. Anyway, it's 17 bags. So I had a place, and it was, I think, on the 5th floor, and it was a small elevator. So that means every day we would have to go up that elevator in the morning, collect all the bags, bring them all the way down. Might take us an hour just to get them to the car, and then load them in the car, and then when we're finished shooting at the end of the day, load them all back up, because I was afraid of stuff getting stolen. Very expensive leather, props, all kinds of things. So, but that was hard work, you know, and then having to remember the lighting. You have to have lighting for video. You know, I didn't have all this in the beginning, of course, but once the income was there and it was guaranteed, feeling stable, which took time. It was always a feeling of anxiety, of course, but you know, there was some, compared it to other people, it was okay. But what I'm trying to say is, you've got the flashes, 9 flashes. You've got light stands, maybe for each and every one of those lights, and then you have C-stands, and then you have battery lights for video. I had clip-on lights, several 20-watt lights, and then I have reflectors, which is the cheapest way to shoot, the easiest way. But right here, nowadays you don't even need light. And then you have, you need light, but you know, technology's gotten easier, better, but it still doesn't eliminate the professional type shooting, still shooting, which is really cool. Which you have to look through my library to know, and I'll post some more pictures. But I'm trying to get away from being known for, I want to be, in 208, that's a whole nother story. I'll go talk about that later, how I developed and changed the brand as time went on. But what I'm talking about now is the bags, the clothing, also the equipment. So you have all the equipment, plus the clothing, and if you got men too on top of it, now you got men's clothing, and you've got more bags. Depending on how many are in the movie. You know, Soldiers of the Dead, there's quite a few. There's days where I have just in combat boots, I have 15, 20 pairs, just in case the shoe size don't fit, for stuntmen and all that stuff. Sometimes the stuntman had to play a bad guy in different masks, redress him. Okay, he got killed by the girl. Now let's go over here, put him in a different mask. You know, stuff like that. Anyway, as far as the girls' clothes, it's a lot of stuff. And then you get it to the set when you're shooting. Once you unload it, get it to wherever you're shooting, and sometimes it's on another place that has on a 2nd story, 3rd story. Then you have to open all the bags up and organize it. Because if the day before you were shooting and you're tired and you want to go home, sometimes you just, let's just throw it in the bags, get out of here. Well, it makes a big problem because you have to reorganize it. Okay, let's put the reds in with the reds, the blues with the blues, the blacks with the blacks, the leather with the leather, and all that stuff. And people would say, what do you gotta have? Why do you have? Why do we have to have, I would get people sometimes ask me, why do you gotta have all this stuff? They're looking at the girls. I say, of course they are, but I want to have a style. There has to be a meaning to SJX AG, right? What I do. And so, Actiongirls, the brand, all that extra flavoring is nice, just like having this jacket here, this, the watch, plus you have potential brand partnerships, all that stuff. So, and I had some kind of unofficially, but they were official, let's put it that way. I'm walking quicker. So anyway, I'm gonna go up to here, up to that corner, and maybe turn around. Definitely get sweatier with all this clothing on. So, wash all this stuff. And I'm allergic to detergent, so hand washing. Anyway, that just happened recently. Always been kind of allergic, but it's another story. Anyway, so 17 bags. My point of telling you all that's why I'm telling myself, okay, I get this in my pocket. Where's the battery? You know, on a big movie, all my the people that I hired, they worked on $500 million movies, you know, over there. From Wanted, Van Helsing, Shanghai Nights, G.I. Joe, at that time, XXX, you know, Hearts of War. I can go on and on. But the director on a movie is got enough budget to where he's just a director. He doesn't have to. They got a DP, director of photography. They have assistant directors that get paid well and they do a lot of stuff. So you have a lot more people to delegate these tasks to. You have an audio person, camera people, lighting people. And so, from what I understand from my crew, is that is really great for the director because he can focus on the creative. And when you're taking $500 million and you're taking that kind of money, you want to use it wisely. So, and put as much as you can in front of the camera for the fans and the audience. And so, they don't want to compromise the director's vision by having him separate clothes and carrying 17 bags and all that kind of things. But when you're doing things independently or on smaller budgets, but you're trying to also maximize what's in front of the camera. But it's good exercise, you know. So I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you the differences in the idea. All right, I'm going uphill now, so excuse my breathing, but I need to work on my stamina, so I'm going to take this hill. I'm going to get to go down it afterwards, so that's good. It's really nice here, though. Check it out. Okay. So, by the time I'm done with this video, here I can switch to the other camera and then intercut it. Possibly. And see the two in the same timeline and see which one. The good or bad of each. But I believe the Sony is still charging. I don't want to take it out with my right hand. Yeah, look at these birds. See that? All right. Shouldn't be tired already, right? Going up the hill, though. All right. Let's continue. That's why it's important. Whenever I would shoot, I used to shoot like 250 days a year, which I'm headed back to. Now I'm headed into 365. But when I would shoot 250 days a year, there's a lot of editing to do when I'm done. Because I would just shoot back to back. I wouldn't shoot, edit. I would pile and then go 8 months of editing. And so, then you got photo sets too, top of the video. So, edit them yourself, update them yourself, do the Dreamweaver promotion. I mean, oh man. But anyway, my point I'm trying to make is, during that 8 months, you're sitting on your butt, you're eating, you're not getting much exercise, and by the end of it, you've gained 20 pounds, well, at least in my case, maybe 30 pounds. And so you look at chubby and you're like, oh God, well, there was no time to go work out and lose it all and then go. So I would just go looking like, wow, Scotty, what happened? So those girls would say, well, I've been editing. And after, what would happen? Now we're going downhill, it's gonna be fun. Well, what would happen after 2 months of shooting and loading those 17 bags, taking them on the plane, preparing the equipment, all that stuff I told you about, camera batteries, charging them all. Different cameras for different things. Different cameras for different looks. It's another video I could do. If we could talk about it on this trip, that'd be good. But anyway, by the time 2 months goes by, I've lost that weight. But you know, I look like crap maybe for a month or two. So, but I didn't really care, so, because I just wanted to make money and I was building, and I was only, you know, late 20s, 30s. So I'm not thinking I'm going to be like that. I'm only skinny my whole life. So, but I was married at the time. I'll tell you what would get me. I'll be honest, what would get you? What you have to be careful of. Pizza. Man, I swear, and I love pizza, but it'll send me really to overeating sometimes. So be careful, watch the calories, careful diet. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be against any brands. But the other thing was fajitas she would cook. And they would taste so good. Chicken fajitas. They taste so good you can't stop eating them. Go in for thirds, fourths, like, oh my God, it's so good. Oh, I'll lose it all next year. You know what I mean? Plus, if you're married, it's like, oh, I already got somebody to worry about it. Girls are, this is work. This is what I do, you know. But if you're single, care more probably. Oh, Jesus. But that sounds bad, right? Because people worry about that kind of stuff when they get married. Somebody forgetting about how they look or whatever. But it's just good to talk about all this stuff because people listening can share the same experience, and helps them get through it by hearing from others having the same kind of issue. And so that's what happens. We're not live, so I can't just take questions from you as we go. But this is I'm recording this. But let's see how long it is. 22 minutes. That's pretty good. All right, we're going to talk about something else, and I can't remember. Cameras. Okay, so I have cameras for different purposes. You know, at the time, you know, if you have the money, you say, okay, well, what's the best slow motion camera at that time? Now you get such good quality, you know. And people are on phones. Tons of traffic on phones and pads that might not be able to see 4K as clearly as on a TV that's 70 inches or something. But we always have to push the technology. That's part of how the technology gets behind us. And technology is exciting because it keeps us feeling young, experimenting new things. Wow, we can do things we couldn't do before. Like this video right now, which is incredible if you think back to DVD and Blu-ray. You go back to having those extra features, special features. Remember the director commentaries? Who would get a commentary walk? We could show the movie up on the top right screen. Here we go. Now see, I'm giving away ideas. Somebody just turns that into a whole thing in its own, and that becomes huge. You see how it works? One little change, boom. But yeah, here's some Soldiers of the Dead. Now you remember this scene here, you know. Or if you could go live with an interview, either through. I'm willing to do the interviews, you know, NBC, late night TV. We could do it this way. Hey, I'll be there soon. I'm on the way. I got a couple 100 miles to go. You know, we do it over weeks and weeks. I'm still walking. No, I'll be there soon. Don't worry, Jimmy. I'll be there soon. Almost to Hollywood. Just a couple 500 more miles. But imagine how I'll look at the end of it, Jim. And imagine we could sell water bottles, all kinds of stuff, and I can wear different clothes. Talk about the brands I'm wearing. You know, right, Jim? Just kidding. This thing is wobbly. This tripod. I don't want to, but I don't really, it's better than what I had. The other one's broken. It's getting quieter over here. Let's listen. Some people playing basketball. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. Never mind. I'm so happy. I got my little Tokyo. It's a building up right in my backyard here. Little China. Oh, I love it. I love the language. I need to learn it. That's one thing. I mean, Jesus, the only thing that's sad to me right now, okay? It breaks my heart right now, okay? Is the idea that I can't learn all the languages. I would like to learn every one. You know, I want to learn Russian. That's definite. I've learned Czech, some Czech, but I want to learn more. I could learn Czech more, yeah, of course, but for some reason I want to learn Russian. That language sounds interesting. I'd like to learn it. I don't know what it is because it's Asian. Anyway, so here we are. Well, how long is it? 26 minutes, so you know, you could jump on your treadmill and be walking with me right here. So how's it going, man? How's it going, honey? Girl. This is my girl. I just met her. Let's give a shout out to her on her page. We're gonna shoot later. This is my friend here. He's been on YouTube a long time. This guy over here, you know, blah blah blah. And then they can turn around and do the same for me. It's just wonderful, isn't it? And all of us have this ability to break out our cameras, right? All of us have this ability, but I hope this video saves. So I'm probably gonna, I was gonna talk about cameras. So let's go back to the camera. So for me, I have different cameras do different things that I like, okay? Still cameras do things that I like for video. Let's just talk about video. Not just stills and video, still cameras versus flash cameras versus DSLRs. No, I'm talking about video cameras. Do you know where the right line is? Somebody's asking me a question on the email. What I'm talking about is the style of cameras, the grips, the size, the weight, what they can do. And it's not like always one camera can do everything. I mean, of course, depending on what you're doing, if you're just doing vlogs, then sure, maybe. But when you're shooting a variety of contents, different cameras do different things. And so I like the handheld handy cams, sliding shots, for example. The weight of the camera doesn't always need a steady camera. You can, certain cameras, if they have enough weight to them, you can go without a steady camera. You can go smooth. You know, slow motion can smooth out your motion, depending on, you can get more footage. You can shoot almost like, if a girl's fast enough, you shoot a music video, you shoot in slow motion. It's really high-end quality. You know how much content you can shoot? So, because 1 minute becomes 9 minutes or 10 minutes of footage. Anyway, it's all experience and it's fun. But then if you're just making all your money and you're buying a bunch of cameras, you can buy yourself a car or a house. I mean, everything's decisions. But being landlocked has its negatives, and depending on how much money, if you got enough money to buy 50 homes or whatever, it's different. Excuse me. So anyway, but for still cameras, I'll endorse Nikon today. Because Nikon, I like the color. I had a Canon. The Canon is pretty good. It's nothing wrong with it. Shoots video really good. For photos, the one I had, I think it was a Mark V or something. It was the top of the line at the time. Mark V 2 or something. It's good, but I like my Nikon because of the color. It's but it could be chip sizes. It could be built. It could be like vivid mode. Like sometimes you turn a camera in vivid mode, instantly it's got more saturation. I guess that with a Canon I would do that. I'd have to turn it color corrected a little bit. I had a Canon before that, I'll tell you though, that was the best camera ever. I can't remember. I'll have to go look it up to give you the exact model, but it's a historic camera. It changed our world forever in video. Oh gosh. It was like Canon really had it at that point, you know. But on stills, Canon was trying to get, I think, Nikon. Although my camera that I have, my other camera, I'll have to say something really good. I don't know the exact model, because I used it in a little bit, but it's still top of the line, 4K, 300 FPS, 600 FPS in 4K. Unbelievable quality. It is a Luminex. Oh, I think it's great. But I'm sure that there's cameras now that it does. But at the time, it was the best one that I researched that would do 600 FPS in 4K back in 2016, and I think it's still good. Unbelievable looking at a monitor. So when you think of shooting Actiongirls, SJX AG, the reboot or the revamp, and just in doing it in 4K, unbelievable results. And we need to see that for all you fans, partners, peers. All of us need that. I have to get moving. I'm moving now. Every day I'm walking. I'm taking this walk for us, for all of you, to keep myself in good health so we can see that happen. We can see the theatrical release of SJXAG, Volumes, Prisoner of Hell, Soldiers of the Dead. With mixing of talent from top of the line influencers, independents, and major Hollywood actors, theatrical. And we don't have to say that, because it sounds like sales, because we're all human beings at the end of the day, right? If anything, that's what I want to do. I can't wait. It's just going to be so fun. So listen, Hollywood friends, actors, producers, agents, listen up. This one's for you real quick. 818-851-8338. Comment, DM me, WhatsApp. Have your agent contact me. Let's work together. I can show up, start simple, do some pictures, do some Instagram stuff, just to meet each other. And let's shoot some skits together. Let's go on walks together, shoot some of these videos right here. Yeah, could be right here. Let's do an interview this way, or whatever. I know there's a couple of guys that did a walking thing. Good. We'll do something different. You know, Rob, if you're listening, you're out there shooting monsters right now, building sets out there in Budapest. I can come out there. You know? Let's not do the cat. Let's do this right here. Director's commentary. Here we are. And then we go get something to eat after. We can sit down and do that video. We have another interviewer coming. Okay, he's gonna now take it. Or whatever. Anyway, I want to get going. So it was fun seeing you guys, and now we have a 34-minute video. Keeps you up to date. We're on September 27th, 2021. It is now 6:05. I'll see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and follow, and like this video, because there'll be more videos coming at you tomorrow and the next day. Signing off. See you soon.